Today we're going to talk about how to get some passive investor leads. We talked a lot about the funnel over the last few weeks. We call the funnel the capital raising funnel. Shelly, you got it. Cool. And what's really important here is the funnel is good, but we got to get leads into the funnel. And so, how do we do that? We create something called a lead magnet, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. So, real quick in the chat, could I see, please? How many of you, we'll start with this. How many of you know what a lead magnet is? Simple yes or no. There is no right or wrong answer. Have you ever heard of this idea of a lead magnet? Probably seen them before. Maybe you didn't know what it was, but I'm gonna break down what a lead magnet is, and it's just a way to get people interested. Then my next question is, how many of you have a lead magnet? How many of you actually have something you've created and you're sharing with people to get them interested, to get them into your funnel? And a lot of times, yes, from your explanation, I was like, cool, Shell, I appreciate that. So we talked, like I said, I've talked about this concept of a funnel. So how do we get people into this funnel? We need to get people to say, raise their hand and say, you know what, I'm interested in what you have to say. So by the end of this training, you're going to understand what a lead magnet is. I'm going to share with you 4 examples of different types of lead magnets. I'm going to show you how you can actually go out and create your own lead magnets. And I'm going to give you an AI chat GPT tool that you can use today. And I'm going to show you how quickly you could actually get a lead magnet up and running. You could get a lead magnet created before the day is over. Start posting it in social media or wherever you have an online presence, or share it with some people, send it through email. Before the end of the day, you could have a lead magnet up and running and you could be getting leads. Are you okay if I show that to you? Is that cool? All right. So let's dig into the training. What is a lead magnet? So a lead magnet, it's a valuable piece of content that you give your audience. Your audience is, I'm going to put this in the context of maybe you've got some people who are already in email or some people on social media. I'm not going to get into a little bit more advanced topic of you can actually run ads with your lead magnet. That's a very, very, very effective way to get new leads and find the exact right person. But that's the beauty of a lead magnet. Is technically, once you have it and you have a good one, you can just run an ad, maybe 10, 15 bucks a day, and you can get people coming in all day long, the right person to have that conversation. But that's your audience. Something that you're going to give them for free in exchange for their name and email address. Now, I've played around with this, and I have asked for name, email address, and phone number. If you start asking for a phone number, people are a lot more resistant to providing that to you. Doesn't mean you can't do it. What I like to do is actually make phone number optional. And you'd be surprised how many people would give it to you if it's optional. Just put it there, optional. Some people will give it to you. But that's the idea. That's a lead magnet, very simple. So we're going to walk through what that is. Here is I'm going to present this a couple different ways. So when you give away a lead magnet, it really needs to be valuable. It needs to be something that gives somebody an aha moment, some type of a mental shift, a paradigm shift, a wow, I honestly am kind of surprised you gave this away for free, especially when it comes to passive investing. These people are trusting you with a lot of money, so you better be giving them some good value. And I'll be honest, here's one of the things I've learned. One of the very best things you can do is don't be afraid to give away your best stuff. Like just whatever you've got, whatever like big, something that you've taken a long time to learn. I know some people who are like, oh, I'm going to have my lead magnet, but I'm going to sell it for, 27 bucks or whatever it is. When it comes to passive investors, you're already asking these people for a lot of money. I don't recommend that. I would say start for free. Because here's the important thing. It's going to really help you build trust and establish authority. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. And the way I look at it is I'm asking people to trust me with tens of thousands of dollars. And my job is to give them absolutely everything they need to choose me over everybody else. Okay. There are other people doing what you're doing, there are other people who are raising capital. If you show up consistently, if you take the time to talk to people, if you take the time to nurture people, if you take the time to lead with value, they will choose you all day long over other people. Okay. That is the value of this. So, what you need to think about is what does your ideal audience, these are passive investors, what do they really need to understand, be aware of, or believe in order to want or need to invest in my deals? So, we've done a lot of training on avatars, right? We've done a whole training, spent an hour long talking about what an avatar is, understanding where they're at in the journey. I gave you a custom GPT to really dig deep into identifying your avatar. And if you've done that work, and I'm going to show you, if you've done that work, if you've taken the time to do that work, this part actually becomes very easy. So think about your avatar. We all have different avatars, all different people who are going to want to invest. But what is it they need to understand, be aware of, or believe in order to want or need to invest in my deals? So I find they have some limiting beliefs that there's less volatility in the stock market than there is in investing in apartments or self-storage or triple net. And that's not true. So I have to break that belief. I find that a lot of them don't understand tax benefits. So I have to help educate them on that. A lot of them might think it's very complicated. I have to break that down, right? So that those are the types of things that I'm offering them. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, cool, I'm going to write an ebook. I'm going to do this. I'm going to create this like awesome book and I'm going to put my whole life story into it and it's going to just move people. In today's world, that doesn't work. It worked 15 years ago, but nobody wants that. We live in a very fast-paced world. People want quick wins. They need short information. And remember, you can have multiple lead magnets, but what we're trying to do is like get somebody's attention really quick, give them a quick win, some quick value to draw them in, to really bring them into your funnel. Like, hey, that was great. I'm interested in learning more. So what I don't want you to do here is I don't want you to create a 30-page ebook. Okay, please, please, please don't do it. I know so many people that have said, "Oh, that's what I'm going to do," or they're going to create these like super long videos. Like, don't do it. I can tell you, we've tested a 10-minute video versus a 30-minute video. A 10-minute video, people will watch. A 30-minute video, people will say, I think I have some time coming up in a few weeks. I'll sit down and watch that. Okay. That is the difference between a 30-page ebook and a one-page cheat sheet. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't overwhelm your audience. They're not interested in that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you like 4 examples of what you could do for a lead magnet. So the first one is what we call a cheat sheet. And a cheat sheet is like a one pager. Maybe it's a couple of pages that offers like steps or specific examples. You're going to have some images. You really kind of like paint this picture for them. So what would that look like? This is an idea that we came up with. This is like, for example, a cheat sheet, a retirement acceleration cheat sheet. 9 ways multifamily investing can accelerate your retirement. So this is, in this example, it's like a one pager. Okay. So you're just like opening the door to someone. They can sit down, they can consume this, and they've got this in their hands. All right, cool. I can consume that. Do you see what a cheat sheet is? It's a quick little win that you can give someone. It is not an overwhelming document. The next thing I want to share with you is a checklist. Checklists are really cool. Again, you have to think about where your avatar is at in their journey. But it's a really good method for your investors to monitor their progress by ensuring they follow all the steps and actions throughout the process. So in this example, I'm going to show you a due diligence checklist. Why would this one be valuable? Because if you're finding people who are new to investing, they're going to be overwhelmed. They're going to think there's way too much out there. Like I have to, really understand this before I make an investment. If you can simplify that for them. So you create this checklist for them and make it available everywhere. Brand it, put your name on it, put your contact information, put your calendar link on it. This is what's going to, draw people in. It's going to differentiate. Again, if you're providing all of this value, they're going to be like, wow, this is great stuff. Like, yeah, I remember Joe. I remember Shelly. I remember Steven. Yes, absolutely. So this is a very useful one, passive investor due diligence checklist. So I want you to think about this though, because the first lead magnet that I was showing you, that's going to be somebody early on. You're just going to kind of be introducing them into apartment investing or passive investing. And so they're much earlier in their investor journey. This one, they're further along in their investor journey. They have already made the decision they're going to do real estate. They've already made the decision they're going to invest in some type of a syndication. So they are a different person that you're talking to. So it is important when you're thinking of your lead magnets of like where in their journey do you want to meet them? All right. The next one is a guide. And a guide, so this is a more robust PDF that provides a lot of value for your audience. And this is going to be maybe like a roadmap, some stories, some examples. It's going to help like I say in the wording here, bring lessons to life and actions to take to ensure readers get results. So I want you to think of this a different way. A lot of times I like to share a story, like an aha moment. These are called epiphany bridges, and the reason why I call them epiphany bridges is because if you think about it, think about your life. Think about how you got to where you're at. Think about you've already made this decision. You want to go into syndication, whether it's apartments or self-storage or triple net retail, whatever it is. You had some aha moments that led you to this. Guide might be an opportunity for you to share a little bit of that story. I'm not a 30-page book, okay? But it might be the opportunity for you to share a little bit of that story and share some aha moments. And the reason why that's important is because if you can share your aha moments, people can see themselves in your aha moments. They can actually visualize if you can do it, then I can do it. And then the last example I have for you is a here we go. The busy professional's guide to passive investing. So this is the example of a guide. So here's an example that we put together: how to invest in real estate for passive income. That would be a great guide. That would be a little bit longer. Okay, judge your audience. And then the next one we have here, this is a quiz. So this is the fourth example I'm going to share with you. So this is a quiz. So a quiz. These are really cool. These help people actually understand where they're at. And if you set these up right with the quiz, at the end of it, you can give them a score. You can give them next steps. You can give them actions to take as a result of the quiz. They take a little bit more time for you to set up, and you need to figure out a way to deliver the results and get people engaged. However, you'll find that the people who go and take quizzes are generally warmer leads. They're people who generally take action a little bit quicker. So quizzes are great. They take like a little more thought to set up, a little bit more planning to set up, but absolutely fantastic. So quizzes serve as a valuable tool for marketers to gain insights into their audience while helping the audience learn more about themselves. So that's the other thing is a quiz. If you throw that out there, you put the question so that it gives you insights into who your audience is, but it also helps them. So it's kind of like a win-win. Think of it like you get information, they get information, you're both happy. So it gives them resources they need to make meaningful changes in their business or personal lives. So this is how do you get someone to like answer these questions and have an aha moment, and you get information as well. So an example of that might be, is multifamily investing right for you? Take the quiz. And again, like that's low hanging fruit. That's someone who's a little bit further down the path. I'm not saying that they're unaware. Um, they are past problem aware. They're in the solution aware stage. They're looking for solving their problems. And so this is another really good one that you could use. So what I'm going to do now is you probably have you've been thinking to yourself, you know what? Like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. So what I want to talk to you about now is I want to help you come up with some ideas. Okay. I want you to like, I'm going to help you start this brainstorming. Okay. Well, how can I do this, Stephen? It makes sense. I need to create these lead magnets, but what are some strategies I can use to actually come up with some really good ideas to meet my avatar where they're at? So I'm going to go through these. Okay. And if you got questions, put them in the chat. Ideas for your lead mag, ask these questions. So the number one question, like think of it like this. What is a question you get asked all the time? What are people asking you? And if you get asked that a lot, that means people would appreciate that answer. Second one would be, what should your ideal avatar be asking you that they're not asking yet? So I appreciate you asked that question, but you know what you really should be asking? So create a lead magnet for that. What is your ideal avatar most afraid of? So you got to think about that person. What are they most afraid of? For me, what they're most afraid of is, again, they think that there's more volatility by investing in alternatives than there is in the stock market. They're afraid that it's too confusing for them. And so if I can break those down in a lead magnet, it helps with that like epiphany bridge, that aha, it helps move them to the next step. Next, what could help your ideal avatar right this minute? So we'll go back to that due diligence checklist. At some point, when they make a decision to invest, they're going to be like, "This is my first deal, maybe my second deal I've invested in." You know what I wish I had is I wish I had like a checklist. So that would help them right there. But you've got to again think of where they're at in their journey. Um, what is something your ideal avatar is not expecting from you, even if you offered it for free, would knock their socks off? So maybe you give away some type of like a free training, some free education, something just like a big deal, like, wow, like that's awesome. Probably not too lengthy. I'll say that a lot, but something that they're like, wow, that was a huge win for me. Next one, what does your ideal avatar need to believe about themselves or about their situation before they decide to invest with you? So if you got someone who's saying, "Hey, I'm too busy to look into apartment investing," and I get that one a lot. Actually, I'm too busy right now. I don't have time to look into anything else. So how can you create a lead magnet that's like, get into passive investing in an hour, something like that? Like, did you know passive investing doesn't take any of your time? Something that's like this. This does not take any time for you to use. Learn how to invest passively in your first apartment deal in under 4 hours. Okay, I might be interested in that. Um, what does your okay? I got that. What behind the scenes action can you share? Um, this one again, I think is a due diligence one. Behind the scenes, I don't know that they're too interested in that as far as a lead magnet. Like if you're going and doing your inspections or underwriting, but you could create a passive investors underwriting cheat sheet. Quick guide underwriting for passive investors. Like that might be a good one. So you're not doing a full underwriting, but you're sharing something with them to help underwrite as a passive investor. And then another one here is like, what are you reading, watching, listening to that you could create something around to inspire, help your ideal avatar? So these can be things that you're learning about the market that would help them. And the last one would be, how can you help them get out of overwhelm? And that is, you don't want people to get stuck in analysis paralysis. So how can you like create something extremely simple? So if you've got it, if you're listening and you've got a couple of ideas, I would love to see some of that in the chat. You're like, "Hey, Steve, what about this? What about this?" I'll give you some feedback. There is no right or wrong answer. I'm going to give you some feedback. Hey, I'd love to see if you've got an idea of what maybe you can do for a lead magnet after watching this. Throw it in the chat. I want to see what some of your ideas are. Okay. All right. Well, while you guys are getting that in the chat, I just want to share with you really quick the stuff we teach here in our Raise Genius program. This stuff works, guys. Okay. I want to share with you. This is Nife, and he's been in the program for a little while now. When he started, he actually he's still in college. Okay. He knew nothing about multifamily investing. I spoke with him yesterday. He's got an offer in on a two-pack apartment complex. I think it's about 300 something units altogether. And I asked him, I said, "Hey man, like, how much money do you think you have that you could raise right now today? And he said, easy, probably 2 million. If I call absolutely everybody that I've connected with over the past 6 months, probably about 5 million. Okay. And this is someone who started from scratch. Okay. And here's what he shared. RaiseGenius.ai has helped me build the trust and communication skills needed to succeed with investors by applying the strategies on the platform and leaning on the community for support. I recently secured a $500,000 warm commitment from an investor. That's pretty cool. That's one investor. So he's got in here, he's taking action, he's doing the same things I'm sharing with you here. We go a lot deeper in our Raise Genius community, and we give you all the tools to do all of that. Okay. So if he does it, you guys can do it too. Now here's where it gets really cool. All right. I've got this cheat for you. I'm going to walk you through some simple steps, but I've also got a cheat for you. So if you're struggling to come up with lead magnet ideas, you are not alone. Use AI, use Chat GPT. It's free, so use it. So I've got a little prompt here for you. You can copy and paste, or again, I'm just going to give you guys something that's just going to knock your socks off. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. So here's what you can do. You can go into, if you never use it, go to type ChatGPT into Google. You might have to create an account. If you don't already have one, totally easy. But simple as this, you can take this prompt right here. I am, right? Say what type of investor you are who helps your passive investor. This is your ideal investor avatar. What you help them do, so this would be I am a multifamily syndicator. I help healthcare professionals double their money every 3 to 5 years without having to deal with tenants, termites, or toilets. Okay. I want you to create a pick your option cheat sheet, checklist, guide, or quiz lead magnet. Please give me 10 options. If you put that just that simple one right there into ChatGPT, you're going to get a bunch of great options. If you don't like it, easy. You just say, hey, ChatGPT, what about this? What about this? What about this? Okay. But what I'm going to show you here is a actual lead magnet, custom GPT that I created. Do you guys want to see that? Can I see in the chat? Is that cool if I show that to you guys? I'm going to grab a quick drink while I wait for the chat to blow up. All right. So let's click this and it should jump over here. Hold on one second. Always see if we can get this to pop up. Okay, so this is, I need to also bring something else up here really quick. All right. So here is the custom GPT, and you guys know I really like to make it easy for you. This one, we're giving it the name Maggie, but this is going to help you create lead magnets, okay? For real estate capital raisers. This one is going to knock your socks off. This one is freaking cool. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I don't remember if it was last week, week before. I think it was last week, but we talked about your ideal avatar, and we gave you a custom GPT to help you create your ideal avatar. Do you guys remember that? We talked about it last week. If you didn't, there's a YouTube video, or you can go into the school community. There's a post, and you can reach out to us, and we'll get you the link, and we'll get you the PDF, and we'll get you the custom GPT. If you did that, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. I'm gonna show you how cool this thing is. If you've been following along, if you've been going through what we've been training lately, this is really cool. So I would recommend when you first get started, I would just click this one. Let's get started. This thing, the way I've tuned it is it's going to walk you through very specific steps. It's going to give you all the information you need to create your perfect lead magnet. Okay, so we're gonna click Let's get started, and then it's going to say exactly what it's going to do to help you. So it said, here's what we're going to do. We got 8 steps we're going to cover. You're just going to follow the yellow brick road. We're going to make it really easy. Okay. So we're going to check out what your ideal avatar is. We're going to brainstorm some lead magnet ideas. We're going to create lead magnet copy. There's going to be all the information. We can do provide a mock-up. We can then, this is if you want to get even more advanced, you can create a landing page, and we haven't gotten into that yet, more advanced, but we can create the landing page and all of the mock-up of your landing page, your thank you page, your delivery emails that would go along with this, because if somebody gets the email, you're like, hey, I would like to share. If somebody gets the lead magnet, you're going to give them some follow-up emails. It begins the nurturing process. And then you got the whole nurture sequence. So it's a ton of the thing is it gives you so much information. Okay. So then it says, all right, do you have an ideal customer avatar worksheet? If you went through the last training, if you ask for that, then you should have an ideal investor avatar worksheet. So let me show you really quick. Let me open one up. All right. So this is one that I have done, and I used the custom GPT, and I went through the whole worksheet, and it just answered all of these questions for me and then gave me a dump of this information. Okay. So this is all the information that was put together as a result of the last training that we did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of having to write all this stuff in here, now you can say, nope, I don't have it. Just ask me some questions. But what I'm going to do, check this out. I'm going to drop this PDF with all the information in there. And I'm going to say this: attached is my avatar worksheet. Boom. Let's see what it does. All right. So it's got a whole bunch of information. And just like that, because I went through the exercise and I used the other custom GPT that helped me build this perfect ideal avatar with a whole bunch of information, I just upload that here into this new GPT. And guess what? It now knows everything about my ideal avatar, and it says, I got 10 ideas for you. Number one, 5 ways to cut your tax bill with passive real estate. That's cool. I like that one. Is this syndication right for you? A 10-point investor readiness checklist, the executive roadmap to tax efficient passive income. What would your 100K do in this deal? What's your passive income investor type? Okay, so we've got a bunch of ideas here. So what I'm going to do just to move forward is I'm going to say, well, I like number one. Okay, whoops, got to get my fingers in the right spot on the keyboard. Let's go with number one. And it's going to go ahead and give me all the information I need for this. And I remember it was not this easy several years ago. Ryan, this asset is not available yet. We will make it available. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will give you a link to this custom GPT. If you guys want, I will give you a link to this custom GPT in the chat right now. So give me a minute, because Lynn is on, and I don't know if she's got that ready to drop in yet, but I can share with you. Let me see. I'm gonna share chat. 1 second. Oh no, that's not it. Okay. So Lynn, she's gonna grab that for me right now. She's gonna give it. Okay. She's gonna deliver that here in just for a second. So Ryan, here's what we're gonna do for you, man. I'm the best. Ah, thanks, man. We're also, so here's what we're gonna do is we're going to we'll provide a replay of this in school. We'll provide the link there. For those of you that are on because you showed up, you took the time to show up, I'm going to give you a direct link to this. Okay. If you're looking for the other GPTs, we've got that in the school community. If you can't find it, just send me a DM, send me a message in direct message to me in the school community, and me or someone from my team will make sure that you get the right custom GPT that you're looking for. Okay. So we're just some other things we have going on. We're going to create a section that has the specific trainings with the custom GPTs. We actually we have six new training. We've redone the training in there. It's very up to date, current, got the latest and greatest trainings we've been doing here, and the custom GPTs. We're going to unlock that here probably next week. So we got a lot of cool new stuff coming for you guys. All right. So in the chat right now, pay attention, just stick with you for a second. I know you guys are excited. I know you guys want to go over to this custom GPT, but just just watch me for the rest of this really quick, and then you guys can go play around with it. Okay. So, you're welcome, Ryan. So you guys have access to this now. But here's what we're gonna do. So it just went through and it said, "Hey, here's the lead magnet thing." You're gonna go through it, and it's gonna ask you, "Do you want to make any changes?" And I'm gonna go, "Nope, this is great." Or you could tell it, "No, I would actually like to make a few changes." And so now what it's going to do is it's going to, so what you need to do is unfortunately you can't just copy and paste and, throw it out there. The best thing to do, I would recommend, is use Canva, use something like Canva, where you can go in and take the copy. This is the wording that is generated here for you. Take that, and then you're going to go into something like Canva, and you can use Canva for free. But then you're like, well, I'm not the most creative guy. Well, that's okay. Canva's got a lot of great templates in it, but what this is going to do, it's actually going to create a visual mock-up for you. It's going to say, you know what, you could make it look like this. And there's a whole lot of like, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take and say, here's my color schemes, here's my logos. Like you could do a lot of that, but you could probably do most of that in something like Canva. So give me a moment. This has the ability to create the mock-up images for you. So this is gonna, hey, this gives you an idea of what it could look like. So like we put a lot of time and effort and energy into this, and we use it ourselves. And so all I did is I said, well, you know what? I may as well make it available to the people in the community. Maybe I can make their lives a whole lot easier. So what this is doing right now is it took all the information from that ideal avatar. Um, TNX. Hey, what does TNX mean? I gotta know. That's probably THX. Thanks. Okay, cool. Um, so we I gave you guys, I think it was last week, the GPT that helps you create all this avatar information. You got it. Get it, turn it into a PDF. Use this one, drop it in here, and it's gonna like really help you out. So here is just a mock-up, okay? You could say if you like it, great. If you don't, then that's cool too. Go use a different one, okay? And I'm gonna say, you know what? Yes, now I'm gonna get a little bit more advanced. Help me. I do need to create a page for people to go get this. So that is with this. If you really set this all up, what you want to do is you want to have your lead magnet. You promote your lead magnet. You say, hey guys, if you want this, come to my page. It's called a landing page. Come to my page, give me your email address, your name, and I'm going to give it to you. So what this is doing is it'll create the opt-in copy, which is really easy. Yes, please. And here we go. Now it's going to create that. Here you go. It's got this. So now imagine going to a landing page, and if I want, I say, yeah, I would love a visual. That would be great. So this has now created the copy for what we can use. You can tweak it if you want. Gives you a great idea. It now creates a visual, and you're saying, well, now where do I put this? We're going to put it on what we call a landing page. And it's going to even create like, well, what do I make that look like? It's even going to create what that could look like for you. We'll see that in a second. So I realize there is a little bit of like technology here, and there's different tools that are out there. You should be able to, if you have a website already, you might be able to do a landing page there. If you have something like Active Campaign or Mailchimp, you could use it there. In Raise Genius, the platform that we have that is specifically designed to help you create a capital raising funnel, we've got all of this in there, and it's all seamlessly integrated. Where what we used to have to do is we used to have Active Campaign and Squarespace and some other tools to try to deliver all of this. And we'd have to have like Zapier to move stuff around. And we had Monday.com, and we were then having to manage all of our leads there. But we don't have that anymore. We've got all that into this platform, Raise Genius. So if this is something that you guys are like, hey, this is fantastic, but I need a place to build all of this, I would just check out the Raise Genius website or schedule a call. And actually, Lynn, if you can do it, if you don't mind getting the call link in the chat. So if you guys are interested and you want to see what else Raise Genius can do for you, how else we can help you get capital raising process set up so that you actually have capital lined up before you have a deal. Because let's be honest, that's your biggest roadblock right there. Like reach out and we'll have a call and we'll see if we can help you out. So now it's got, check this out. It's created our landing page for us. It's got the button for us. And Now let's do the copy page, the thank you page. Yes, please. So the reality of it is, guys, this is so cool. This GPT, I love it because um, we're probably not even 10 minutes into it, and you've got a lead magnet, you've got the visual mock-up for it, you've got the landing page wording and mock-up, you've got the thank you page. Um, yes, please to include a video PDF. Um, just the PDF. Uh, let's see, let's mock this up. This up. And like probably like the whole thing, guys, like this is why I'm saying like there's no reason why you can't have a lead magnet out there if you really wanted to today. Because we're talking here, maybe the whole thing, if you already did your ideal avatar, maybe the whole thing, including visual mockups, 20 minutes. And that's going to give you your lead magnet, your visual mockup, your landing page with a mockup, your thank you page with a mockup, and it'll write your whole email series that goes along with this. Okay. So you can do this. You guys can do this. You are empowered. So while this is rendering one, I'm gonna jump over really quick. I'm gonna go back to got this one. Okay. Here's my challenge for you all. Here's your quick win exercise. And you got some time over Thanksgiving, okay? Do this. Like you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm going to say that again. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain if you just try to put this in place. So what if nobody goes for your first lead magnet? Who cares? But at least you know what to do and how to do it. So if you haven't already, I want you to choose your ideal avatar. Figure out who your ideal avatar is. Like I said, we have a full training on that, and we have a full worksheet on that, and we have a custom GPT to help you with that. Figure out the problem you're going to solve. Understand who they are, understand where they're at in their journey, and what is it you're trying to solve. Then go create a lead magnet. Simple. Watch. You do the whole thing. Like if let's say that you've never used Canva, maybe in 2 hours, because creating everything for your lead magnet is going to take you. You saw it's like 20 minutes. Create a lead magnet. Then post something on social media. Okay. Hey, you're interested in this? Let me know. And okay, I'm gonna also give you a cheat here. If you don't like, here's you don't even have to have a landing page for this. You don't have to have a whole website for this. You can just post it and say, hey, if anybody's interested, comment the word whatever your lead magnet is. Comment the word passive. Comment the word tax, comment the word freedom, whatever it is. It's so easy to do. You do not have to have a landing page for this. And your soft CTA, that's your call to action with your lead magnet is, here's what I would recommend for all of you. Schedule a call. Schedule a 15-minute call. It's super easy. It's super easy. And if you do these things now, so you really have no excuse to go try to get new people to at least start asking questions, because you have the information you need to identify your avatar. You have the information you need to create a lead magnet. If you have those things and you have a cell phone, you can get people on calls. If you have a Zoom or a Zoom account, okay, you can get people on calls, and you can absolutely do this. Okay, is this helpful, guys? Can I just see in the chat? Is this helping you guys out? Is this helping move the needle for you? Is this solving problems for you? Because, like I said, I really want to help you all out. I want to honestly solve problems for you. I want to make your life easier. Okay, that's what we're here to do. All right. So now we've got this visual copy, right? So we've got this option. Let's do the email. Yes. And this is going to do it for us. Okay. All right. And so I'm just going to double check again really quick. Hey, Lynn, are you able to drop in the chat? Can you also drop a link for if somebody wants to schedule a call and learn a little bit more how we can actually build an entire system around this? We can do the whole heavy lifting for you. So here's the burden that we can handle for you. It's totally up to you. We have a done for you option or a done with you. So we give you all the tools, we give you the training, we give you the community. A couple times a week we meet. you full access to all of the tools, give you some templates to build a website, build a landing page. We got tech support to help you out. Or if you're like, yeah, I don't have the time for that, that's cool too. If you'd like us to help build the website for you, build the lead magnets for you, build the landing pages for you, set up the email automations, we can help you with that too. But it's a one-stop shop. And the problem, here's the real problem that we solve here is a lot of these, all of them, it's really easy to get into the programs that teach you how to find and underwrite deals. It's not easy to figure out how to raise capital. And there's a whole lot that goes into it. And that's a full-time job. But what we've set out to do is eliminate the need to have a full-time job and just have that system in place for you. That's what we're helping people do here with the capital raising piece. All right. So we are just about through what this will do. And this is the whole series. So that's step 7. Um, I don't need the mock up. Please go to step 8. All right. Well, this is going. I have one last question for you. Um, in the chat, I'd like to see what other types of trainings would you guys like to see? Like I've said, I've got a ton of this. This is a lot of like marketing stuff. And really that's what capital raising is. It is marketing and sales. So what additional things like you're thinking, you know what I'm really stuck with, Stephen? You know what would really help me out? Drop that in the chat. What is the phone number talking about this? You know what, Ava? We're working on getting that. Give me just a second here. And I will, if nothing else, Ava, I'm going to give you my cell phone number. But let me get a link for you or an email or text. Are you? Yeah, give me just a second, Ava, and I will get a link for you. Lynn may be tied up at the moment. You know what, Leanna, if you're on, I think you have that link as well. If you want to drop that, if I can get someone from my team to drop that in the chat, we'll get it over for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lynn, here's what I need is I need you to drop the link in the chat for someone to book a call with me. Let's just do a strategy call. And so what we'll do there is we're just gonna take a look at where you're at, where you're trying to be, where you're trying to get, what some of your obstacles are, and we're gonna give you a plan. Okay. We're gonna give you a strategy just to help you figure out what the next steps are. And if the system makes sense, we'll get you plugged in. If not, we're going to give you the best resources we can. Okay. Yes. Cool. So we're getting in the chat right now. All right, guys. So we've got this. It's like I said, this does the whole thing for you. It's got all like 5 emails, subject lines written, and I can say, "Yep, just give me the full copy," and it's done. So we have in the time of this training, I have shown you what a lead magnet is. I've given you multiple examples. I've given you the custom GPT. We have gone and created all of the resources that we need. And I'm just going to say yes. Let me go back here. Yes, please write these emails. Okay. So in less than an hour, we've done the full training, shown you everything, giving you all the resources you need to go and create a lead magnet, what it should look like, what your landing page should look like, and all of the emails to go along with it. We basically created a capital raising funnel for you on this call today. Okay. So that's what we can help you do. We can help you like fully implement and streamline a capital raising system because that is people don't realize this, but the biggest thing holding you back right now from achieving your financial goals of becoming a full-time real estate investor, syndicator, honestly, it is your ability to raise capital. Think about that. Deals are out there. You know, people have deals. Yes, it slowed down a little bit, but I promise you there are deals out there. I see them all the time. I get phone calls a couple times a week from brokers like, "Hey, we got these deals. We got these deals. We want to take a look at it." The deals is not the problem. Honestly, it is your ability to raise capital. You solve that problem, you will get into as many deals as you want. And that's what we're here to help you do. All right, guys. So if you've got questions, thank you, Lynn, for getting that in the chat. So Ava, make sure you've got that. You know what? Really quick, though, really quick. I have not updated my calendar for next week. I will be off. Ava, you and I'll connect, okay? Um, I'm gonna send you here's what we're gonna do. Give me just a second, Ava. Can text me at all right. We'll connect, Ava, okay? We'll figure out a time because the calendar might not be out there. Anyways, um again, let me see if there's anything other things you guys would like to learn about. And I'm going to call out some names right now. So Ava, we're going to connect. What else? Ryan, you found this tool helpful. What else can we help you out with? Um, Jessica, what else can we help you out with? Shelly, what else can we help you out with? We have a lot of things, and I can get very technical or I can stay very conceptual, whatever helps you guys out. So if there's something that really you feel stuck on, let's talk. Okay. And you can use that link too. Like if there's something you just feel stuck on, that link that we got dropped in the chat, you can use that. Okay. And I'll help you get unstuck. That is really my goal, is to help people get unstuck and move forward. There's different ways to move people forward. It really depends on where you're at. So, all right, guys, if you don't have any additional questions, got it. If you don't have any additional questions, totally cool. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. We will get the recording up, should have it up before the weekend, and we'll make this custom GPT available for those of you that weren't able to get it on this call. You want to get it through the community, we'll have that available for you as well.